Oh shit, I've been calling it Central City this whole time. God damn it. Anyway, this is, I'm just showing off a bit more of the hub world here. Easily the most interesting part of this game.
The hub world that serves no purpose.
Or it serves no unique purpose.
Right.
Anyway, the idea being that you would go into these vehicles in order to access the next set of levels. But you really don't have to do that, and you shouldn't. Also, I gave the main grocery cart driving Rabbid a new makeover for the next few episodes.
Ooh.
Wow, that's a clever pun.
The Rabbids are going to cause some FAA violations. They're going to shut down an airport.
And stealing a digital cable satellite dish?
Oh, air traffic control is going to love these guys. Speaking of Smurfs.
This is what happens when you try to play these videos in VLC.
Please report all unknown persons to security.
Yeah, we're going this route.
Oh man, you're asking for trouble.
And later on in this episode, I will be showing off the benefits of the speed boost that go beyond simply going faster. And it helps with combat too.
Oh, so they do more powerful ramming now, or?
Well, not just that. It's that, you know, normally when you scream at someone, their stuff goes everywhere. However, if you use the speed boost beforehand, you will automatically collect all the stuff they drop.
Oh.
It's hard to do, but it's still viable. Also, as previously mentioned, you can have like half pipe sections like that. And the song we're currently listening to is "Let's Work Together," this is the version by Canned Heat. Although it was originally written as "Let's Stick Together," it has been covered under both titles. And earlier, that was an example of me doing a boost into an enemy and picking up everything they had instantly.
Versatile little buggers they are.
All personnel is requested to refrain from peeing until after work hours.
Well, there goes our bathroom breaks.
This zone is top secret.
Yeah, we're in a government facility of some sort. Well, that's the best thing I've done all day.
I love that it's clearly Jefferson Airplane in the background.
Yeah, we're in the airport. Sorry, I'm gonna take George from you. I think he needs a better owner.
For your security, we remind you that individual toilet stalls have been equipped with video cameras.
That's what someone at Ubisoft said.
Oh, that's one.
You know what? I'm gonna add a slide whistle afterward and post. It'll make it much funnier. And that was someone reacting to our joke. Anyway, this is another type. That's another type of Verminator. I didn't really get a chance to show off what he did, but he charges at you like a bull, and you have to dance around him or use the dash to get out of the way. Verminators can be instantly knocked out with the boost. There are, hypothetically speaking at least, these kinds of ramps. They don't always work though.
They look a little cumbersome.
It's more that there's not really any scripting to them. It's entirely physics driven. So if you're not lined up perfectly, things could go wrong.
So early 2000s physics.
Yeah, early 2000s physics in a late 2000s Wii game. And we also have these mazes basically they only exist to grab extra stuff. So of course I went back and grabbed everything. Even though I'm not doing a 100% playthrough.
I have to wonder if this is an homage to Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle on the NES.
Well, there's no evidence to prove otherwise.
This was an homage to Bugs Bunny's Crazy Castle on the NES.
Yeah, this was Ubisoft's entire plan from making the Raving Rabbids back in 2007. It was all leading up to this moment.
They're just hoping their little chunguses get big. That might need another slide whistle.
we can finally talk about the song here. This is the Peronita. It is a wedding dance in Romania. And they decided to cover that and use it for specifically as the Verminator theme.
What the heck, though?
So the way that the dance works is you have a bunch of people in a circle. One person is in the middle. They have either a pillow or a handkerchief. Peronita is Romanian for pillow. And another person of the opposite sex goes into the circle. They kiss each other on the cheek, and then that other person takes the handkerchief or the pillow for themselves and goes into the middle of the circle. It's kind of like the hora. I don't know how many non-Jewish viewers are familiar with how the hora works, but it's kind of similar to that, except with the person in the middle is put on a chair and sort of tossed up into the air for a bit.
I'm familiar. Not Jewish, but familiar.
I guess the best Goyish equivalent would be like the Tarantella. Santa, watch out for the fucking plane! This section has a really dumb running gag where the air traffic controller's name is Roger, and they try to do a who's on first thing where they say Roger, but no, they're talking to the person Roger, they're not doing the call Roger. Yeah, it's one of the jokes that falls flat.
Maybe a reference to Airplane.
Oh, yeah! Now that I think about it.
Get your clearance, Clarence. Roger, Roger.
Yeah, why didn't I think of that? It's been years since I've seen Airplane. I need to see that again. So here is me unintentionally demonstrating that there actually is some scripting in the physics, because the elbow curves here can fuck up sometimes, but it doesn't matter, because the rabbits always go in the same path.
I do love the pipe mazes. Like,
there's one later on in the game that's really bad.
oh no.
Why didn't I think of that? Oh, that as an Airplane reference. Either that, or it's like an extended Roger Corman homage.
Also possible.
Roger isn't there because he's spending the weekend making a 2-hour movie. Including post-production. I mean, the guy's efficient. So this is another Verminator type. I can't remember the names. They all have dumb names, the Verminator variants. But you've been noticing, hopefully, that there's been a red canister on the back of the other Verminators.
Yes.
That is an optional weak spot on those Verminators. Here, it's the only way to damage it.
No.
So you have to either boost into it or hit it with the Cannonball Rabbid. And our reward is another Ebonics joke. Great job, guys.
Ubi, we're watching.
Yeah, the level just kind of ends. There are a few levels like that. Thankfully, not too many. But there are some. I guess it's like the equivalent of like a smash cut, where you pick it up and it ends.
It's a little we ran out of Roger jokes.
They ended the level just as soon as they were about to make an airline food joke.
I just wanted to say good luck. We're all counting on you.
All right, so the next one is, there's only like 2 or 3 levels like this, but they're pretty crazy and dumb. Let's see if you can figure out what's going on before it's revealed.
Why do I think I've seen this in some of the reviews? Oh. Oh, Acme rocket engine.
For some reason, they decided to make this an FMV, which is why the Rabbids don't have the clothes that I put on them.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Thank you for choosing Titanic Air.
Okay, that's 3 more people that the Rabbids have killed. Okay, make that 4.
We're gonna need a death toll at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a pointless but interesting little mini game that you have to do to start the level.
Please tell me you're shaking the Wiimote.
Yeah, and the nunchuck.
Oh my god!
So we're going to be riding the jet engine throughout this entire level. The Verminators are going to try to stop us, though. Remember, no blah! What? I don't get that joke. Why would someone confuse air sickness with mad cow disease? Yeah, I guess we're gonna have to include all of these people that we're sucking into the jet engine in our kill count. But yeah, basically the idea is to avoid the mines, obviously. It just takes 1 pip of your health off, but it does slow you down considerably.
The level is not timed, thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully. We do get these little sections, which are interesting because as combat arenas go, this is pretty wide open. We have to suck up the 3 Verminators that are trying to chase us here.
Yoink.
I don't know who Jenny is, but apparently this guy is freaking out. So one thing I failed to show off in this section is that you'll see those 3 canisters above the jet engine there. Those are our boosts. You can use a boost, and in order to refill that boost meter, you suck up a Verminator.
Aha! So you're using their back canisters for it.
Yeah, this is not as hard to control as it looks. The mistake everyone makes, including me, is that it's like holding forward on the control stick as well as pressing A, but for this one, from my memory of it, you only have to press A to move forward. And that was that Rabbid talking about the Verminator boosts. You want to wait until you're on straightaways to do those.
This is surreal. This is Game of the Year material.
Game of the Year 2009?
When's the Steam re-release? When's Rabbid Go Home HD?
Anyway, one last section here. I can't believe someone actually called them Rabbids. I thought that was just a joke we were making, but apparently that's also the canonical nickname. Like instead of Charlie or Jerry, we're calling them Rabbids in the war against the Rabbids.
Danforth, pull up flank. Watch out for Mitch.
Yeah, what was that you were saying about this being timed?
Oh no!
We have 40 seconds to get off of this jet engine, or at least remove the bomb before it explodes.
Oh my god. I have to assume because this game is clearly for children, the time limit is generous.
Yeah, it's just tense enough without being annoying. Basically, as long as you use your boosts wisely, you can make it pretty effectively. Anyway, this episode is pretty much us trying to be more offensive than the game. I think that's our objective for this session.
I think we're succeeding.
Well, we haven't done any racist jokes yet. I guess we shouldn't go that far, maybe.
There are lines that I don't cross, don't worry.
But because this is the Rabbids they're talking about, they're very squiggly lines that dip and curve in all sorts of weird places. Someone had a very shaky hand when they were drawing those borders.
I'm not gonna lie, I keep expecting to go to this intermission screen and for the music to be the cantina music from Star Wars.
Oh, my audio just clipped, but that was worth it for that joke. Yes, our next objective is to steal an entire cow.
Oh.
At Mac Beef, our meat is guaranteed from the meat hook through your digestive system in 12 minutes flat.
See, the thing I love about this game is just how subtle its comedy and commentary is. There have been entire academic papers written about this game's writing.
Ubisoft could have gone with a tack hammer, but instead they used a sledgehammer to ensure that your death at the hands of comedy is painless.
They were going to use a nuke, but that would have jumped up the age rating. So this is another blower rabbit. For some reason, it starts off in this office environment, and it's, as we'll soon find out here, it's like a Japanese-themed place, which I don't know why. This doesn't come back again. Like, there's no payoff to this, and I don't know, it's just strange.
Yeah, I feel like the background music does not fit. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's better. Also, you briefly saw an NPC was wearing a helmet right there. That helmet has to be removed with the super boost. You cannot scream it off.
Huh. They are good about pacing out some of the mechanics.
Yeah, they run into issues later in the game, but then again, I mean, pretty much all video games fall apart in some way or another towards the end. This is probably the most annoying part of the helmet mechanic, because you have to get them off of the pooches. You have to super boost. And while I haven't been doing that good of a job of showing it off, as I mentioned in the previous video, you can use the boost kind of like snaking from Mario Kart, where you can chain them together to move a bit faster. Is there a wiggle to stick?
I have to ask, is there a speedrun community for this?
Yes. Actually, I found out a couple of days after I finished recording that there is one pretty big out-of-bounds trick that lets you skip most of that opening tutorial level. The one where you have to pick up 50 feet of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you can pretty much go almost straight to the end there, if you go out of bounds in just the right way.
You do still have to have the 50 feet of stuff.
No.
Really?
There's like an invisible wall or something, or some sort of area. I can't remember exactly how the level works. Also, we're changing genres completely in a second or two. There's this little transition area, and the super boost works the same way. If you hit those recycling bins, you collect all the stuff instantly.
Excellent.
I hope you like jokes about old people, because there are so many of those in the next video or two.
Oh, God. We're just hitting everybody now.
Oh, look, that's the cow we came to kidnap. I mean, rescue. Let's race him.
Grayish meats have been sterilized, disinfected, and enriched with natural meat flavor.
Why would you not just put a cow in a pickup truck?
Sure, I mean, that's how slaughterhouses work, right? You kill them on the way to save time.
Yes.
Also, I get, yeah, those oil slicks, pretty obvious that they cause you to skid. And for some reason, the song they choose to go with here is Louie Louie, which, for those of you who don't know your rock history, or, well, I'm assuming all of you are too young to remember this, but Louie Louie was the song that really kicked off the rock and roll moral panic in the 50s, and to a lesser extent the 60s. Because the lyrics of Louie Louie were completely unintelligible, and somehow American politicians became convinced that the actual lyrics were filled with like really weird sex pervert stuff, when really it was just an innocent love song.
No, not completely innocent.
Okay, maybe not completely innocent, but compared to what they were claiming, it was downright chaste.
I think
you were there.
Well, no. Well, I'm almost that old, but I suspect I know why they chose this for the slaughterhouse level.
Go ahead, I'm interested in your theory.
The song featured prominently in Animal House.
Oh, that's another movie I haven't seen in like 10, 15 years. Last time I saw it, I wasn't old enough to see it.
And then you just get the cow at the end.
Yeah, yep. Come on, down the hole. There we go. Oh, I love how absurd this game is.
I'm convinced that this game is just a series of slightly out of time popular culture references made so that the parents playing it with their kids will chuckle.
I mean, that's been a pretty solid strategy for a lot of kids animation and edutainment, that sort of thing. Like Sesame Street basically invented that, including the adult references to keep the parents entertained.
That no child would ever understand.
Yeah, until they watched old episodes of Sesame Street on YouTube 30 years later, and then they get the jokes.
The rating on this was Peggy 7.
It was Peggy 7, E10 plus in North America.
In North America.
I'm not sure what the Japanese rating was, but I'm assuming it was pretty low because Sero, the Japanese rating board, they tend to favor, or they tend to be more strict about graphic violence than they are. Yeah, this is not. This is all cartoony. Here. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, mostly got into the hands of kids, mostly, and then parents played along with them. Okay, I can get behind that. All
right. So in the next video, we'll be finishing off this batch of levels, and this is unfortunately the part where they just kind of give up on new gameplay ideas at the end, and they just settle for mini games they probably scrapped from another Raving Rabbids game. Like it wasn't good enough.
I mean, you gotta get the leftovers from killing the cow out somehow. So,
like even the Capri Sun sponsorship was technically a leftover from. Oh, it was Rabbids TV. I think was the name of the game. I think it was the
TV
Connect
Party.
one. Yes, that was it. TV Party.